Alright, so this is the new car. It's a 97 Miata, that's what the title says, but it was made in 96. 5-speed, 1.8, like super stock. That there is my brother's Triumph. And it's his GTI, and my Jetta's still here, but it's probably going to be taken off the road soon, and I'm going to put more money into this. Yeah, like I was saying, everything on here is really stock. I don't think there was anything done to it before I got it. It's got a nice soft top. I haven't really put down too much, but the interior is like perfect from what I've seen. I mean, there's a little bit of wear on the seat, but other than that, I'm really happy with the inside. Paint is not bad looking on camera, but you see it in person, it's pretty bad. I don't have the money to change that though, so at least everything works. Tires in the back are alright. Ones in the front are completely shit. They're kind of like my Jetta after I had the bad alignment in the winter. So once I sell the Jetta, I'm going to be putting the money into wide tires for this. One thing I did do is the like Home Depot lip on the front and back. I changed the diff fluid, and I emptied out the radiator and changed that too. So today I'm going to be working on the power windows, which are ridiculously slow, but I'm going to have to get a fisheye real quick to show you. And show how long it takes. Alright, so you pretty much have to speed that up in the video just to show how slow it's going. I don't even want to get it down the rest of the way, but like it's still moving. It's kind of like clicking, so I think the bushing inside's probably gone. But here's going up, it's a little faster, barely. Once it gets to the top half, it goes pretty fast. Looks like it's like sinking. This one, it's hard to see too, but it's a little faster. Once it gets to like halfway though, it's as bad as the other one. That one's not terrible. But basically we're going to take the door off with a screw here, two underneath here, one in here. Then you pull the door panel off. Alright, so once those are out, I guess you just start peeling the door off. Oh, there's a broken clip. Here's the back of the door panel. Way easier to get off than the Jetta. I'll see about getting it back on though. Here's inside the trim. This looks like some kind of nasty crust that's either dead grease or dead bushing, so we'll have to see. Alright, so the next step is taking the plastic here off this tar, which looks a lot cleaner than I've seen on a lot of people's videos. Just this strips here. Then I'm gonna undo these 3 bolts here to move this out of the way to slide the plastic off. And this shit could get pretty nasty, I think. It's kind of cold today, so I'm worried about it not sticking back on. Kind of stretched it a little bit at the like tear here that you gotta put through here, but otherwise fine. So yeah, that part's off. Now to do some more screws. Alright, so next up I'm gonna be doing the window stoppers, which is 2 10mm nuts up here in the top. There's one here and one here, it looks like. Or maybe there's 3 window stops. Not sure. So if you just look up in the tray, once you take the door off, you can see where things are. You'll be able to tell where the window stoppers are. I can't really tell what this one is. So here's one stopper. I think there's only 2, and it wouldn't really make sense for one to be here even though it's a 10mm, but I'll double check the video I'm watching. Just make sure you get your hand in there so you don't drop it. So that's the second one. Shit. After that, you gotta come in here and bring the window down, and then unscrew the brackets that it's on so you can pull it out. So I'll do that once I double check about this one here. So I was right about there only being 2 window stoppers. If you can see in here, this thing right there, and where's it at? Right here. There's another white piece in here you can't really see. It looks like the one over here. It's just the stoppers go on top of the plastic so it keeps the window from shooting out too far. Alright, but now I'm just gonna turn the key so we can drop the window a bit to see into here. If it can go that low, we'll see. Two there, and then we'll see if the third one comes through this hole, which it does. So I'll see if I can get to those with a screwdriver. Yeah, it should be fine, so I'm going to take the key out and do that. Alright, I got these 3 out with the 10mm instead of the screwdriver. Now, glass should just pull out. So, try and set this somewhere in here, you can tell what's going on. Pretty disgusting. Might hose it off, I don't know. But I'm just throw it in the yard where it's safe. Alright, so here's the window. These 2 are the things the stops hit to pull it, to stop it from pulling out. These 3 are the parts on the metal clip that you had to unscrew. And this here is the roller that goes inside the track. So I'm gonna see how gunked up this is. And how much is actually there. It's covered in grease, but it still looks functional. I mean, I saw the other guys and it was shattered. So I don't really know why it's so slow for me. It might just be this nasty grease. But either way, I bought these Moss Miata Delrin bushings, so I'm gonna put them in and see if it goes any quicker for me. Alright, so the window's over there drying. Now I'm gonna take out this bolt here, and there should be another one, yeah, right down here. That's gonna take out this rail inside of here so I can clean the grease out of that and put new grease in, because this stuff's nasty. But yeah, 14 mil. Alright, I pulled those two out, so I'm gonna pull the rail out through the top now. Hopefully I can get a way to show that. That should work. Might be a little crooked. Okay, so now that this nasty thing is out, I'm gonna clean it and put new grease in. There's a bunch of different kinds. There's a special Honda like silicone grease that a lot of people seem to use, but I just picked some up from O'Reilly's that won't interfere with electronics, even though this wouldn't, but there's a chance. So I'm gonna take this out and re-grease it with that cheap stuff. It should still be better than whatever this shit is. There's a huge mess here, maybe that's what it was sticking on, or maybe the window itself was misaligned, but we'll see. Alright, here's the grease I got from O'Reilly's. It's lithium. That's what you're supposed to use, I guess. It's for metal to metal, I think. So it doesn't, it's not an insulator, so it won't ruin electric stuff. I'm gonna put it in both the rails. But I cleaned this one out, so I'm just basically globbing this up and throwing it in here. Maybe some on the bushing too that I changed. Alright, so now that that rail is cleaned and lubed up, I'm gonna take out these two nuts down here, and these two here. And then I'm going to remove this again. I pinned it up just to kind of keep it from dragging. And then you got to get this little clip here and a clip behind here out. And that way this secondary rail thing here will come out through this door. I guess you can take these bolts off and some clips. And then you could take out the whole motor and the rail. But I'm just going to pull the rail through here and clean that part. I don't think I need to go that in-depth. I guess you just kind of pinch it and push them in. So, I don't think a flathead would be as useful as pliers, but this top one here is bad. There.
One eternity later.
Alright, that was a real bitch to get out for what looks like probably no reason, but I'll grease it up anyway. It's probably going to be confusing to get back in, but these two wide spaced out bolts here are the ones up top, and these go down through the bottom of the door here. I popped this clip out just to get it out of the way, and then you can kind of twist it. I guess with this line you can run graphite on it to make it pull easier. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to grease this part of the rail here with more of the lithium stuff. Yeah, if you wanted, I think you can get the whole pump out through there. It looks like I got all the clips that hold the wires on, so maybe it wouldn't hurt. Maybe if it gets really bad, I'll try it on the other side. Alright, so this rail's greased up enough for me. I found a piece of dry rotted plastic up here. I think that might have been slowing something down, like dragging it along or something. I didn't do this, like I said. If you want to move this whole assembly here so you can get to the bottom half of the rail, you could turn the key and move it up and down with the windows if you wanted to do that. So I'm trying to get this back together. I obviously lost this clip that fell off the wire. I gotta find out where that goes, but I'm just gonna reassemble this side now. I put this back in. I broke a clip here or there. Whatever. But this is working pretty well. It's a lot faster than it was before. Alright, that's bottomed out, so I'm gonna put the other rail back in, throw this back together, put the window in, see how it rolls, I guess. I don't know about this rubber shit. Hopefully it comes back together nicely. And hopefully the clips I broke aren't really that important. But can't really go without expecting it after being like 20 years old. Alright, so the part that has me a little sketched out here is the rail can kind of move around until you get it tightened down. You can kind of see here there's a little bit of play. So I'm just trying to center it and then tighten it, so hopefully the window goes back in straight and won't have any problems, but if not, that'll be the first thing I check. Alright, so I put the window back in. It's kind of hard. The weather strip here will like fold in and want to hang up on all the bushings you have or whatever. So the window's in there. It looks like total shit because I didn't dry it after I washed it, so it's just dirty. Now I have to wash it again. But yeah, I got it in, so I'm gonna raise this thing up to the normal spot here. I don't actually know how it catches on the window yet. The guy in the video made a cut there, so I don't know what he did, but I'll let you know. So I think I'm gonna raise it to here, and I think it's like the bracket's curved or whatever, so it'll catch the window, I hope. So we'll see. I'm gonna raise it up. And I'm just hoping this thing doesn't fall down and break. It's real fast now. Alright, that should be good. So I'm gonna try lining up these clips now without shattering my window. It's catching on something. So I guess you gotta turn these plastic pieces so they don't hang up. It's the way the bracket goes around. This part kind of sucks. I feel like this thing here might be misaligned, but I put the stops in already and I put the glass in, like I said, so I'll see where it stops going all the way up once I put these back in these three. No, whatever. So I'll try this again. We'll see how it goes. Still terrible. I don't get it. Maybe the grease just has to work in. I don't really know what's going on here. It's almost like the motor's fault. Not that fast. Looks like this wire is dragging or something. I don't know. Fuck if I know. I gotta figure this out. Well, well, I did some research and some thinking or whatever, and this edge of the window here, when I was cleaning, I did see had some grease on it, and I was reading that this part here can cause like a ton of drag. So I think it's just causing like all of the drag, or at least most of it. Some might be from this weather strip too. But I guess there's this Honda grease that they use to to grease up like fabrics and rubber. So I'm gonna buy some of that on Amazon because I have Prime and I can get it really quick. So I'm just gonna grease that up and then see if that helps. But right now I'm gonna run a Q-tip through here and see if I can clean it out, and then I'll start working on that side over there, I guess. It's probably the same thing. It's got the same symptoms, but I'm still gonna change the bushings over there and everything else, so we'll see. Alright, so I'm back in the Jetta. I have to go to the Honda dealership to get that grease. Well, I'm choosing to because it's down the road and I have to go to Walmart anyway, which is right next to it, so I'm gonna pick some of that up and see if it helps any. Alright, so day 2 of this project. I went to the Honda dealership last night, but they didn't, they weren't selling parts anymore. It's just the service department that was open, so I'm going to go back now and do that. I didn't get the door off on the other side either last night because I didn't feel like it. I just got groceries. So hopefully next part of this video I'll have the grease. Alright, so I went to the dealership and they said they didn't have any idea what the grease was. So I was reading that you can use white lithium, and that's what I'm going to do because I don't feel like waiting anymore. Alright, so I lubed this up like a lot with all these, and then down in this part too, where it goes up here. It feels like a fucking hack job, and that's coming from someone with the Home Depot lip, but it's a little faster. I don't know what the problem is. Like I don't know. I don't know why you'd want to grease a window like this, but it's working a little better now. I really don't think it's the motor. Alright, so somewhat good news here. I already got the other door off. It took like 2 seconds this time. This thing is destroyed, which is the old bushing. So hopefully I won't have to fuck with the weather strip on this one, and it's just the bushing. Because I thought the Miata bushings were a waste so far, since it didn't work, but maybe now it'll do something. Alright, so here's my explanation of taking the regulator out. You take this long rail out first, then you take this middle rail out. These two and these two. I forgot to tighten those down still. Pop these clips here. Some pliers. And then I couldn't find out how to unplug this. It's different than the Jettas, but it's easy enough to just leave it intact and pull it all out. Then you do these through here, and then there's one here and one here. This is for the weather strip that I had problems with on the other side. You just kind of like push it back, and then once you take these out, you fit the regulator in between the strip and here. It's a little bit of a tight fit. And then the wire's got to like twist over like that for some reason. I couldn't find a way to not do it, but it's still working. So this one's kind of fast so far. And the plan this time is get these lined up in one go instead of putting the window in halfway. So that's that. I'm just going to grease this weather strip and then put the window and the stops back in, tighten all this down, and put everything back together. This side should be a little better than the other side. I don't know what's the problem over there. Alright, here's the moment of truth for this door. I just finished putting everything in. Obviously this one moves fast enough by itself, but it's the motor. But I haven't done it with the track and the seal yet, so we'll see if it helped any. This one is pretty good. I'm happy with it. It's disgusting looking from all the grease, but whatever. This one, can't see it. Still fucking sucks. I mean, it can make it to the bottom, so I guess that'll have to be good enough, at least for today. Now I'm just gonna put the panels back on. Alright, both doors are on, and I'm about to go for a ride. This wasn't the greatest thing I could have hoped for out of this, but I guess the only really thing left to change is the motors and the regulators, because the wire and the motor is all that's left. I mean, it's obviously got current to it, and everything's greased up in the tracks, so it's gotta be the regulators, I guess, which I'm not gonna change yet. Alright, thanks for watching. Hopefully next video will be wheels or something cool. So the final update on this video. I let the grease sit in on a couple of hot days here down in South Carolina, and now that I think the grease is kind of set in, it's quicker than before, almost good. This isn't even the best I saw it, but when it was really hot, it was super nice. So yeah, like it's pretty good right now. Could be better. I guess I'd have to change the motors if I wanted anything different. But yeah, on like really hot days, it's been super nice. I just gotta clean them because they're still disgusting looking. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go edit a bunch of these now. So, thank you.